What's going on, Internet? This is JD coming at you another video from Redskins Rant. Hail to the Redskins. This is another video just talking a little bit about what transpired this weekend when it comes to the NFC and AFC championship games. First thing, Super Bowl. Congratulations to both the teams. This was actually, like, none of the four teams that were left I really disliked. I really wanted to see Kansas City, Drew Brees, but I also wouldn't mind seeing Kansas City and the Rams. Patriots, Drew Brees, but now we're getting Patriot Rams. So I'm going to talk about both games real quick, and there's a lot of things to talk about with one of the games. So the first one I'll talk about is Chiefs, and I'm bringing up a statistic I saw. So Chiefs and the Patriots. The Patriots end up winning in overtime, and they ended up winning in overtime, and everyone was like, okay, so if you don't know this already, I listen to ESPN First Take probably religiously. I would say pretty much every day. And I saw a video, I listened to it, and Max Kellerman. First off, if you're a Redskins fan, you need to this is a guy you just need to hate because he wants the Redskins name changed. He thinks it's racist. I don't know how a Jew can tell another Jewish person that they're being racist. And if he was Native American, he might have a license to say what is racist and what is not. But the Redskins name's not racist. Okay, it's not. Okay, if you think it's racist, go look at, or it's offensive, go look at every other name in the league, and you can look at half the teams in the league, and someone could be offended by it. Okay, but every time it's on the show, first off, he always throws his political opinions out there, his liberal bias and everything. But that aside, he literally sat there and said Tom Brady was lucky to win. Tom Brady wasn't lucky to win. Tom Brady played extremely well in this game. Are you kidding me? He had 3 game-winning drives. 2 in the last 2 possessions he had, 2 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter, and then he had 1 in overtime. And he's lucky to have won? Bullshit. I'm sorry. This guy needs to suck a dick. I can't stand the guy. I can't stand him when he talks. He's got the stupidest opinions. I really just think he's there to kind of just counter Stephen A. Smith's argument on anything. I really just think that's why he's it. There's no way he's there on credibility. He says nothing credible. He said 2 years ago, I think it might be 2.5 years ago at this point, that Tom Brady was going to fall off a cliff. And every time he sees a stat where Tom Brady has a game where he threw 1 interception, or there's a tip ball and someone intercepted it, which is what happened twice in this game. One got called back because someone was offsides or whatever. It's confirmation bias for him. And he can't get out of his own way because he looks so stupid, like a freaking idiot, because he predicted that Tom Brady was going to fall off a cliff years ago. And he has yet to do it. And Tom Brady, yet again, he put up 500 yards in the Super Bowl last year. Oh, well, he lost, so therefore he's in that cliff. He had a couple rough games this year. Not because of his fault. He really has no super talented weapons. Julian Edelman is a good possession receiver, but he's not super talented. Okay? Is it Keith Hogan or Kevin Hogan, whoever that is, not super talented. Gronkowski is not Gronkowski anymore. He made a play or two this game when he really needed him to, but he's not. He's been a blocker all this year, and they have a solid running game. They don't have an elite team anymore. So it's not like he has elite talent around. He's never had elite talent around, to be honest. Gronkowski was elite for a year or two, but that's about it. And this, God, it really just irks me how stupid he is. My fiance doesn't like football as much as I do. She watched it, and all she knows is when we watched the game, the Chiefs scored a touchdown. She immediately said, like, "Oh, they gave Tom Brady way too much time there," and she knows that. And as soon as they got the ball in overtime, she's like, "It's over," because Tom Brady's going to march down and score the ball. And like on that drive, I think it was like he was 9 of 11 on third down conversions when he threw the ball. Okay, they had 13 total third down conversions, 13 of 19 or something like that. You're a good quarterback when you can convert when it matters the most. When it's 3rd and 8 and you can convert. On the last drive of the game, the overtime, he converted I would say at least 4 or 5 that were more than like 6-yard plays. And he put them on the money, like dimed on the money. Okay, so this game was a great game because it wasn't tainted by bad officiating. I actually think the officiating was pretty fair both ways. And obviously you're going to have the Tom Brady haters say, like, oh, he gets touched, you throw a flag. Tom Brady is just a good quarterback. And everyone who hates him it's all about envy and jealousy. I mean, I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm a Redskins fan. Okay, but Tom Brady is the best quarterback to ever live. Okay, he is. And to say otherwise, it just really shows how the only argument you can make is maybe Joe Montana. But Joe Montana only went to 4 Super Bowls. Tom Brady has been to 9. Okay, he's won 5. I think he's going to win 6. I really think he's going to win. I told my fiance, whoever wins the Chiefs and the Patriots game is going to win the Super Bowl. And that's honestly what I believe. So I really think they're going to win this year. And, I mean, Tom Brady's going to go down in a short time frame of less than 20 years. He's going to have more Super Bowl wins than any other. Him individually is going to, with one team, is going to have more Super Bowl wins than any other team in the history of their franchises. He's going to have the same amount as the Steelers if he wins this year. He already has the same amount as a bunch of other ones, like the 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think anyone else has 5. The Giants might have 5. But no one else is going to have nearly as many. No one else is going to have nearly as many. While we're talking about this game, I want to go over overtime rules. Every time, every year, whenever someone who is not, like, someone wins that they don't like, they want to complain about the overtime rules. I'm going to put it this way. The overtime rules are perfectly fine where they're at. The only thing I wish they would change is get rid of field goals. No field goals in overtime. If you're going to win in overtime, you got to win by a touchdown. That's what I believe. No field goals in overtime. That's the only rule I wish I would change. Everyone, and I had an old channel where me and my friend used to have a podcast, and we used to argue about this. It's asinine the way people look at this. It's the logic behind it is flawed, and I was listening to ESPN First Take, and I'm going to tell you what they said, that each team should have a possession. Okay, then who gets the next possession after that? Okay, so let's say the Patriots went down, scored a touchdown, and the rules were changed, and the Chiefs get the Chiefs get the possession. They can now score a touchdown. Now, the Patriots get the ball again. Do the Chiefs get a second possession after that? And then the argument to that is why not? Why is it fair that one team gets 2 possessions, only one team gets 1? See how that's going to continuously snowball? That each team gets a possession? What if the Patriots score a touchdown and the Chiefs score another touchdown? Okay, now who gets the ball next? Chiefs or Patriots do. And everyone's going to complain why the Patriots get 2 possessions and the Chiefs only get 1. That's how that's going to snowball. And I don't think they understand that. I wish I could argue with them on air because there's another side of the ball that people are ignoring. It's called defense. If you don't want it to the game to be decided by a coin flip, win in regulation. Okay? Win in regulation. I guess the only other way you can figure that out is if you march down the field and score a touchdown, and the second team gets the ball, they have to go for 2. If they don't go for 2, they have to go for 2. If they cannot kick an extra point. They have to go for 2. That might be the only way I might agree with that. But I just don't see how it's making it fair if one team gets a possession, scores a touchdown, the other team gets a possession, scores a touchdown. So then the other team gets possession again. But then everyone's going to complain that the other team getting the second possession. You see what I'm saying here? It's ridiculous. So overtime. So you basically should have it like they do in high school or college, where they have like a Texas shootout. You get the ball on like the 25-yard line, and you have to score a touchdown. You got 4. You gotta run 4 plays to get in the end zone or something like that. I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I mean it's kind of like I thought that was the point of the NFL was to have sudden death overtime. Now it's no longer sudden death where someone can just go down there and score a touchdown. What I think here's what I think they should do, honestly, is they should do no field goals, no extra points, no kicking in overtime. You gotta score a touchdown. Touchdown wins it. And if no one scores a touchdown after 10 minutes of overtime, each team has to remove a player from the field for every 2 minutes. And that'll decide the game. And that if you don't want the game to be decided by you not having enough players on the field, win it in regulation. Okay? Now, obviously, that they're never going to do that where you have to remove players from the field. I think it's just the best idea, the best ideology. To me, is just keep it the way it is. Just get rid of field goals. No extra points. If you want to make it so they both have a possession, if the first team that has the ball scores and they get an extra point, and the second team gets the ball, they have to get a 2-point conversion so that they decided on that play. That's the only way I would concede that. But other than that, no. I completely disagree. If they can go down, score a touchdown, kick an extra point, make it 7, and then the other team can do the same thing, then there's going to be a complaint that why does the Patriots get 2 possessions and the Chiefs only got 1? It's going to continuously be an ongoing issue. So there's no real good solution. The only solution that I can come up with where everyone says that they get a possession is what I just stated. And I guess if you're smart and you're the team that just scored the touchdown, you can go for 2 and win the game there because they can't tie you. So, so that is... So that's the Super Bowl. We're getting the Patriots and the Rams. Like I said, I think the Patriots are going to win. They're just too well coached. McVay's pretty good. I think he's going to have a successful team for years to come. But I don't think that they're going to be good enough to beat the Patriots. The Patriots prove that they can shut down a high-powered offense. They're going to find a way to take you out. Tyreek Hill only had 1 reception. Okay, I think Travis Kelce had 3 receptions for 23 yards. He had a touchdown, but 20 of his yards were one of the catches. Or 15 yards were one of the catches. Mahomes got hit a lot. The time possession, this is what I was getting earlier. The first downs comparison is first downs. Patriots had 36, Chiefs had 18. Plays, the Patriots had 94, the Chiefs had 47. So it's literally like a 50-50 split across the board. Total yards, Patriots 524, Chiefs 290. Time possession 44 minutes to 20 minutes and 53 seconds. Literally doubled up on everything except for points. So it wasn't luck that the Patriots won. Patriots won because they're the better coached team, and they had to get the job done at the most crucial time. If Patrick Mahomes hits Damian, I think is it Damian Williams? Yeah, I think it's Damian Williams, down the sideline for a touchdown, we're not having this conversation because they had an extra touchdown. So I want to talk about that. I just want to throw out my opinion on overtime rules. And then we'll talk about the other game. It's the Saints and the Rams. This game was a good game, but the problem I have with this game, and I think it's everyone's problem, and this is the issue I've had all season. I do not want to complain about refs. This year has been something I can't avoid it anymore. Is there was a blatant pass interference / targeting play that was not called that literally dictated the game. This is my fiance asked me this, because she knows my opinion. My opinion is you can't blame officials, and in essence, as a coach, you don't want to blame the officials, but in essence, there's some things you can't control. For example, if that play happens in the first quarter, you have the rest of the game to make that up. You can make up for that, official error. But the officials are not doing that. The officials are putting themselves in the middle of the game and dictating the game. They're putting themselves in the forefront of the game and dictating the game. That referee who did not make that call, any of the referees on the field did not make that call, literally said, we're not going to let the Saints win this game. We're not going to let the Saints win this game. Now, is that technically what happened? No. Obviously, there's still other things that could have factored into them winning the game. But if they make the proper call, that game is over. Okay? They basically said, we're not letting you have this game this way. We're going to make it, we're going to give the Rams a chance, which is not their job to do. Their job is to officiate the game properly, which is why we're going to have, this is going to happen next year, and it might ruin football for a while, is they're probably going to change the rules. They're going to change the rules saying that a coach can literally throw a challenge flag on every single play. You can throw a challenge flag and ask for a penalty to be called, so on and so forth. They're going to have to put that. You cannot have a play of that magnitude not get called. And everyone's fucking bitching and complaining that there was some kind of holding or something or some kind of face mask. It wasn't face mask. It was inadvertent touching, but he didn't grab the face mask. He touched it. They removed that penalty a long time ago, so that's bullshit. but everyone's complaining about. Everyone who wanted the Saints to lose is saying that. Okay, and what I'm also irritated about is, as Redskins fans, everyone wants to fucking. They're like, oh, we had Sean McVay. Look how stupid we are. Instead, we got Jay Gruden. Dude, okay, Sean McVay ran Jay Gruden's offense. Sean McVay ran Jay Gruden's offense when he was with the Redskins. Okay? Jay Gruden made the offense. Sean McVay was the coordinator. He did not make the offense. Okay? Sean McVay took over a team that had 8 all-pro players. Added, I can't remember all of them. Is it, Akeem Talib, added Dominican Sue, Brandon Cooks. There's an offensive lineman, Winston? Whitner? Something like that. He's an all-pro offensive line. I think he played for... Who did he play for? He played for the Bengals. He played for the Bengals. Marcus Peters, I think that's what his name is. So the team got loaded. The team was loaded this year. Of course, and the only person that got injured was Cooper Kupp. Of course, anyone who coached that team is going to have success. You have a franchise running back. I would say Jared Goff is the franchise quarterback. I mean, I'd take him over what we have right now, considering the injuries we have and the uncertainty we have. So Jared Goff is definitely legitimately a good enough quarterback to get the job done. Okay? You have talented receivers. Cooper Kupp was good. Brandon Cooks was good. Again, franchise running back, and they even have a good backup in C.J. Anderson. And then your defense is now coming on strong. You have a good coordinator in Wade Phillips. So all the Redskins fans are complaining that we could have had McVay. McVay would have done anything different than what we're doing now because McVay would have had 15 or 26 injuries this year. I don't understand where the ideology is that, just because we had a different coach, we'd have had none of these injuries. That's not the case at all. The situation with the Redskins is very rare. No one survives having 26 injuries to that degree and has success unless you're the Patriots. Now, since everyone can't be the Patriots, okay, because that's what makes them special, is these things happen to teams. And with all the bad things that happen, we went 7-9. McVay, let's see how good a coach he is when he loses his starting quarterback. Or when he loses his entire offensive line. Okay? Or he has no receiving weapons because they're all injured or something. Then we'll see how good a coach he really is. Okay? So, I don't understand why everyone wanted to jump on the bandwagon that, look, we had that coach. I'm like, okay, we let him go. There's a reason why we let him go. Okay? He went to one of the best situations. I don't like Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher is one of the worst coaches for QBs, but he drafts very well. He had a hell of a good team in Tennessee when he was there. He was really good at drafting players. He drafted Aaron Donald. He drafted... Oh, man, I can't even go over all the guys he drafted. He's really good at drafting players. Okay, he drafted Jared Goff. He's just not a good coach. He just doesn't develop quarterbacks very well. McVay does develop quarterbacks well. I'll give you that, but so does Jay Gruden. The best 2 years of Andy Dalton's career, guess who was his offensive coordinator? Jay Gruden. The best 3 years of Kirk Cousins' career, guess who's offensive coordinator? Jay Gruden. Okay? That's my video for the most part. I do want to make an announcement for anyone who's interested in nostalgia, like 80s or 90s things, and like nerd stuff like Star Wars and Batman and things like that. I am having another channel. It's called E-Nerdity, like Eternity, but it's a nerd, and I have like a whole bunch of nerd t-shirts, like not like this, but let me see which one's on underneath. I think it's Batman. It'll be a lot of things like that. So if you're in any way interested in that, it's coming out very soon. I gotta figure out what I want to do, what kind of videos I want to do. I want to do like movie reviews. I want to do like top 10 lists. And I'll wear a shirt relative to like the topic. So that's what I plan on doing. I have a lot. You don't even know it. I have like over 100 shirts. A lot of them. So this is JD. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Hell to the Redskins. Just picking apart what's going on with the NFL right now and the playoffs until we get some news about next season, like, draft and things like that. So take it easy. See ya.